There'll be scattered heavy rain bands through sunset this evening. Now, these bands will easily produce rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Then we get a break. I'd say we get a break from roughly sunset through about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. That's when heavy rain will move in from the south after 3 a.m. Heavy rain becomes very likely on Wednesday. We're talking about 3 to 6 inch totals, which will likely produce flooding. We'll talk much more in detail about Bill's impacts here in North Texas coming up with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Okay, Dan. Now, roads in northwest Dallas all along the Elm Fork of the Trinity River would be the first to close in flash flooding. The half-foot of rain is expected tomorrow in the DFW area, and 15 pumping stations are running to help with drainage. Lots of people who were flooded last month are getting ready for another round. Fox 4's Deanna Zoga live in Dallas, where emergency operations just gave an update.
Yeah, Clarice, emergency operations says flash flooding is likely. It is prepared to close roads, saying the ones impacted late last month by flooding would likely be impacted again. If evacuations are necessary, the city will go door to door and use its reverse 911 system to let people know. But keep in mind, all of this is going on as people who had their homes damaged in the last round of flooding are still cleaning up.
It takes a lot of rain in a short time, and that's the key.
Mo Hallman can't help but be a little wary, right in the middle of an unplanned and unwanted remodel. How's the cleanup going?
Slow. Very, very slow.
The floors are coming up inside his home on South Glenbrook Drive in Garland after at least half a foot of floodwater swept in the Friday morning after Memorial Day.
And this car horn started honking and woke me up. So we got up and I put my feet out in water. And I thought, oh Lord, I know what that is. It was just pouring down rain.
The rain is pouring again this week, but the city of Garland says the key question is how fast will the rain pass through? If the storm moves quick, as it's forecast to, the people around Duck Creek should be okay. In Dallas, emergency management says it does not believe the rain will cause widespread flooding. It's more concerned about lake levels rising in the day or two after the rain and releases from upstream impacting streets, especially in northwest Dallas.
We'll know more about that when the rain ends. Corps will run their numbers and see how much water they need to release downstream, and we'll know when we know.
It's a lot of wait and see for cities and people tired of the flooding.
And I think the odds are that it won't happen again, but I didn't think that the day before it did. So it could.
Well, Dallas County says it is making sandbags available for any cities that request them. TxDOT will also have some maintenance crews out late tonight into tomorrow morning to check on the roads, particularly Loop 12 and Interstate 30, which you'll remember, Clarice, is the area where the drivers were stranded in that last big round of flooding that we saw here. Back to you.
Oh yeah, that was an incredible image. People stuck there for hours and hours and hours. Deanna, thank you. There's also a lot of concern about flooding in Tarrant County. The city of Arlington is offering residents up to 25 free sandbags, and there are plenty of takers. People who live along Rush Creek and other flood-prone areas are stocking up.